Okay, we're sitting here, going to do the finish work on our Hammerhead Shark King. Now, really what we're trying to do is get rid of the fuzzies right in this area and get rid of this parting line right here. That's our main goal. Another thing that's kind of special on this particular one is this is an option, but you can cut this out in this area here to make it look more like two fins. Okay, so that's another thing that we're going to do. The end results, hopefully, will come out something like this. You'll notice that my fins are separated here, and we got rid of all the parting lines, and we got rid of all the fuzzies. So that's what we're attempting to do. Some of the tools I use are X-Acto knife. We're going to need this saw blade, various little tools here that we use. These are the various tools that we will be using. Okay? So, these are the tools that we'll be using. Again, the saw, X-Acto knife, various cleanup brushes, and then also I have all of these various different rotary brushes, stuff like that. So this is what we're going to use to clean up this guy. So now we'll get started. The first thing I think I'm going to do is hog out the area, hog out this area right here for the fin. And that's where I'm going to get started at. Basically what I do is I come in with my Dremel tool and the saw, and what I'm going to do is cut this area out. Just go at it easy, try not to cut it all out at one time because it's not going to work. All we're trying to do is remove material right now. That's basically what I'm going for at this particular stage of things. Just trying to get and hog out that area. The next thing I'm going to use on this is a really aggressive bit here. And this bit here is really, really aggressive. So you got to be kind of careful about what you're doing so you don't cut too much out. Again, we put it in our Dremel tool, and what we're going to do is basically hollow out I gotta find you here. Wow. Hollow out this area here. So this is what we're gonna do. Work at it. Try not to get too aggressive. All we're trying to do is sculpt it now to kind of match the belly of our shark, so it kind of blends in. Just blend it in. Again, like I said, don't get too aggressive and get too crazy about it. All we're trying to do is blend these in. That's all we're trying to do right now, is just blend them in. Okay, now we'll go to something a little finer to kind of get some of those details in there. And again, we just sit there and work at it with a little finer tool. All we're trying to do is blend these surfaces together. Nothing more. I'm going to kind of stop there for a while because it's roughly where I want it to be. Now the next thing I'm going to work on is the body and the seams. Okay? Body and the seams is where I'm going to work. So this is where I'm going to be right now. So I'm going to work on these seams with this real fine tool, and all I'm really trying to do is just knock it down. I'll also work on some of these fuzzies while I'm here, and again what I'm trying to do is just blend the fuzzies in. And then I'll work the grooves a little bit. And again, all I'm trying to do is blend that seam in. So all I'm trying to do is blend this seam in right now. And just work at it. You don't have to. No big hurry here. work at these. And again, I'm going to just kind of knock some of these fuzzies down while I'm here. All we're doing is blending that seam in. Go to the other side, and let's blend these in. Same process as we just did on the other side. Blend and seams in. The whole blending process, that's all we're doing here is blending. Okay, I'm going to change over here to a little drum sander here to work on some of this heavier stuff. Okay, now that we got most of the stuff sculpted up and a lot of the fuzzies off, Okay, I'm done with that one. So the next one is using these little radial discs. And basically what we're going to do is just go around the whole thing. These radial discs do a great job of cleaning up the light stuff, so we already got all the heavy stuff out of the way, so we can do some real nice cleanup work with this disc here. And again, we don't want to get so aggressive that we take all the detail away, but we also want to get all of that, the fuzzies off and everything smoothed out nice, so it looks more organic. Just keep on working at it so that you get everything cleaned up and get it ready to put finish on it. The more detail work you do here, the less you'll have to do later. And the finishing process goes a lot better. And I use every angle that I can use to get these things smoothed out. Then I take a look at it and see where I'm at. If I'm where I'm happy with, then I basically brush it off and get it ready for finish. Get all the dust off. And at this time I can kind of inspect it some more. Okay. So, here I am, ready to go. Okay? Ready to go. This is about where you want to be. Get all the detailed stuff you want done. The next thing that we do is we put some finish on it. The way I do this is I just dip it in the can. This can has been the one that I use, and this is what I dip it in. You can do whatever you want to do. I just basically dip it in here and then bring the finish up to where I need it. This can is dedicated to this, so any contamination I'm not really concerned about. I just lather him on. Let him soak in good. Then I pick him up out of there, kind of let him drift off, kind of come in here to make sure that I don't get too big of drips, because I'm going to have to come back and sand, or sand the finish a little bit. So I'm not really uber concerned about it, but I want to get as much of it off as I can. Now, wait, let it dry, sand off the rough stuff, and start again. We get to this point here, this one needs some more sanding. Before I put finish on it, I'll take my disc again and I will come in, sand the rough stuff off just like I did before. And try to get rid of any imperfections that I had missed or whatever. With the finish on it, it seems that sometimes where the rough spots are, smooth out easier. And I just go through this process, recoat, do the same until I get the finish to where I want it to be. And I'll do this whole thing to get it where I want it to be as far as the finish goes. And that's all there's to it. I brush it off, and then I add more another coat. So that's how I finish this one. Again, like I said, the difference mainly is we are opening up the fins right here so that it looks more like fins instead of one big blob. Well, thank you for watching. This is the last piece in your chess set. Hope you've enjoyed this series, and maybe we'll see you back again. Thank you.